All right, guys, we're going to talk about the movie Death Toilet. 2018's Death Toilet, Lee. You've not seen this, I know.
I had not seen this. You've got me pegged here.
Of course.
Absolutely.
No one's seen this. This was sent to me by Mr. Death Toilet himself.
Oh.
There are 3 sequels to this movie.
Oh, that's right. Yep. That's true, too. That's true. What? How did you feel about Death Toilet?
Well, it's short. It's got that going for it.
Okay, in the pluses column, we've got the 1. We've got short.
It's ranked slightly below a bad YouTube video. Mm-hmm. And I'd also say it's too long.
It is too long. Okay, don't watch this movie. This movie's bad. There's nothing good about this movie.
I don't know if there's anything good about this movie, honestly.
I don't know mathematically if there's anything good about this.
Well, there's not much dialogue, and they do repeat most of it. Mm-hmm. It's kind of cheeky in that it's done very poorly. We're about to talk about it, so you haven't seen this, so if you want it spoiled, follow us over there. Or pull out.
If you need a place to rent content, you better listen. We're Cannibal Video and we eat the competition.
Alright, so here we are for the spoilers of Death Toilet. Lee, I don't need you to tell me that you hated it, because that's obvious, but what I need you to tell me is, are those testicles or eyeballs?
I was literally like, they picked the wrong type of ball. These are eyeballs, not balls.
They didn't even paint them or cover them in ketchup or anything.
Just skin a few grapes. What are we doing? Why are we doing
Put
this?
walnuts in there and make it a joke.
What's happening?
Anything.
Exactly. Why are they just eyeballs?
I don't know.
It's so out of place.
So, like,
the movie's not taking the piss for the
No.
most part. Sometimes it is, but not there.
It is just a knife like being slid around from the underside of the toilet seat.
That's kind of fun.
But this is the devil. This is Satan's power.
The toilet pulls
knife you buy at the gas station.
The toilet pulls a knife on you and it like guillotines your like junk off.
And
I
not
guess.
the penis, just the balls.
There should have been like a wiener in there too, like a sausage.
Because based on the height of where the blade was, for it to only catch his nuts. Poor bastard is all I gotta say.
That's all I gotta say.
And it must run in the family, because it got the brother too.
I was gonna say, they even recreate that. If you were like, well, that was a long time ago. That was almost 40 minutes ago. I've forgotten. They're like, you want to see the whole thing again and have the other actor on the... he's writhing around. It's like Austin Powers. Or it's like when Paul Rubens dies in like Buffy, where he goes on for so long. Yeah. We're like, I want to laugh, but there's never any moment of like release to like laugh at these things.
Nah, it's a proper bookend of the movie almost. There was also one other part, which I guess never truly got answered for me, but I can make an assumption.
Okay.
You see this shitty toy grenade on his neck, and I'm like, that's going to be a real grenade. That's going to be a grenade in world. And like you see it, he holds it like... it's the smallest little nothing toy.
Like a joke.
And then like doesn't pull the pin because he can't, because it's a fake toy grenade, so he dies from getting his throat slashed by a toilet before he could ever do that. But that was just something.
You need to slow down because you're making it sound awesome. You're making this movie sound great.
On paper.
Yeah.
So here's something I have to say. So there are 3 more of these. And I have to believe they get amazing. So like you ever see something where like the first one's like really bad, like, oh, we did that as a joke, but we had so many ideas while making it.
Yeah, the old like student film or short film that then gets turned into like a full movie. Yeah, exactly. This is your student film. In more ways than one, because it is artsy and pretentious and weird.
You fucking know something. Tell me!
And like it hangs on actors for a long time. And then the like background noise, the room tone changes in this very obvious way right before they start talking. What the hell am I looking for? I wanted to kill myself. This movie is so bad.
I don't think there was much of a script, if any, based on, or the editing is poor, because there's so much repetition.
There's something wrong with your toilet?
It's the one favor I'll ask of you.
Brother, you're distraught. Brother, I realize you're distraught. You didn't think to call a plumber. You trust in the Lord.
John, I don't know what we're gonna do. Angle slightly changed. John, I don't know what we're gonna do.
Angle changes again. John, what are we gonna do, John?
Yeah.
It's like just every take that everyone ever said. There are multiple phone conversations where they were just like,
yeah. There's no one on the other side. Just talk. You're
just
fine.
work through it, and then we'll cut it together later. It's fine. But they must have just literally just left it all in.
I need like an exorcism with like money back guarantee. I need you to run all the tests. And I need to see the results. I need to see proof of your work. Money back guarantee. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's crazy. Just to again barely get us to an hour. Like what would you say? It's like 38 minutes of movie. Like how much movie?
If you cut all repetition bits out and all
unfair,
like just long hanging shots, it's like 12 minutes.
That's 27
maybe.
minutes. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This movie's great.
Hi, good morning. My toilet's possessed. Can you guys help me out? Hello?
Yeah, and like they tried some things. There are some special effects. I do think a lot of them are hilarious in that like all you have to do is slightly mask around the toilet seat to have it not be in front of the toilet.
You are an unholy thing. You to be gone from this toilet.
There's one shot where which I don't think they ever used. There's clearly a camera in the toilet. Like a cell phone, I might, or a Kodak or a Kodiak, whatever those are called. Like something is in the toilet.
A bear.
And like it would be the angle of the priest, like damn you to hell, toilet. But they don't use that angle because I believe from how you can see it, it looks like it's aiming straight up, and the priest is a little too far this way. So I think they just couldn't get him in that shot.
Oh, they didn't test it.
Yeah.
So interesting. I didn't see the camera in the toilet. You
can physically see it in the toilet.
Okay.
Come back into live.
Yeah.
Interesting. But then they were like, we have enough. It's fine.
Yeah, just based on how many times we used every shot available, I'm like, that one must have been too bad for them to even
something
use.
going on. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell there's a lot of struggle going on here, right? Oh, when the priest shows up, that's when we finally get like another character.
Yeah.
And like in my notes somewhere, I'm like, this movie was struggling with the one character. Now there's two. Oh my God, there are two of them.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Everything's going downhill. Like the way they're talking and the way it's cutting together, you can tell like they're like, oh no, what do we do? How do we block this out? There's nothing. Yeah.
Never has there been more, honestly. Cuts from one angle to the same angle.
We're here for you. I've seen more like you. Many, in fact.
Oh, dissolve sometimes. A little bit of John Carpenter's influence, I'm sure. Coming in, and then sometimes, yes, just like cuts, like Philip DeFranco style rapid editing. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. That's what you expect to see in a feature film in 2018.
Well,
they're breaking new ground.
there was nothing unexpected from once I saw the movie start.
Okay.
I went in
tone gets set pretty
totally
early,
blind. So, like, full disclosure, was sent these by the person that made them. I think it was something.
Were there also like demands? Is it a hostage situation?
No, like
what
I
did
think
they send to you?
I don't think I ever saw a trailer for these, but I think I saw the titles alone.
No,
And
you
the
can't watch
titles
trailers.
are amazing.
Yeah.
They escaped me now, but the other titles are puns and they're great. It's
Of
like,
the rest of the series?
Yeah. It's
yeah.
Oh man, I will add them in right now. So
I
can't
was gonna
recall what
say
they were.
I didn't write them down either, but yeah, they're
But
funny.
like one of them's on a plane, and I'm like, wait, how the fuck did they do that? Because
is the third one 3D? Something like that? I think it is.
I don't know.
There's a bunch of it's like, oh yeah. I see what
But
you're doing.
The names are brilliant.
So you said you imagine those movies get amazing.
I just have to feel like something has to happen.
I imagine nothing changes at all. They're exactly the same.
I don't know who this is.
It's impossible. But yes.
So like, aside from friends making movies, like, oh, we have a good time doing these, we just do them for fun. This is one step past that, because that would just be on YouTube.
You think it's also a money laundering scheme as well?
I don't know.
It has to be, right?
There is someone that is into this, I imagine. But it's weird because it's not something where it's overly funny. It's not overly gory. It's not into any weird like sexual thing. Like there's not people being choked or some weird shit.
There's
where
no
you're like,
fetish
oh yeah, that's
angle.
what it is. Exactly.
I was waiting for a fetish.
it's just a movie, and if it's supposed to be going off by the merit of the project itself, I don't know how that's going to work. So the idea that it, like, a second one could be made,
Yeah.
be like, oh, you know what, we can do better than that. We made a second one.
We got a lot of comments.
A 3 and a 4.
We got a lot of comments. How come there's no women getting their heads shoved into the toilet? And we were like a lot of guys on the internet seem to want to see that. That's weird. I guess we'll put it in the next movie. Okay, check the box.
And that's why, like, maybe movie 2, 3, 4
No.
are
Listen,
these amazing things.
I agree that something has to change,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm skeptical that anything does. I'm thinking maybe nothing does change. That's what I'm wondering.
I will watch
Yeah.
2, 3, and 4.
Hey, yeah, let's
I'm
watch.
making you do it too.
Let's watch them all.
Yeah.
It'll just take 90 minutes.
So everyone in the movie is people that made the movie, right? Like that's just obvious.
Oh, I didn't check, but I guess
There's definitely like a Jacobs or whatever in the credits, and I assume that's just his paintball jacket that our main character is wearing, if he in fact is not even the director himself. All that stuff is just really funny because like you make things that you don't need to have. Like he didn't have to be coming back from the military. Those weird flashbacks of like stock footage are strange in themselves.
the Johnny Get Your Gun like voiceover things and how they're worked into like dream sequences, like his PTSD is supposed to be a thing, and then you can tell in the dialogue, such as it is, like there was an attempt to like work in like a theme or something, but I'm like, they did not even come close. They did not start like the roller coaster didn't barely even started going up. Like there was no payoff for anything of like, oh, they think he has PTSD and it's so sad that he's so crazy, but he was right all along. Like we don't get this.
There's no
like,
reason, like, it opens
thing.
up, his brother just dies, like, nuts chopped. We don't have a setup. There's not, like, oh, he was summoning demons, and they got trapped in the toilet. There's a lot of fun room here for things that I think just didn't go. Like the priest could have dropped a holy shit, or I don't know, blessed the toilet water and flushed it. Like, these things seem like low-hanging fruit that are kind of obvious to me.
I don't think they're trying to make a comedy. But I understand.
I don't know what they're doing. But
Oh, no. Okay. You would think they're trying to make a comedy because there are several points. There's one part where he's like, "I will avenge you," and like they play like a fart noise right after.
I promise you, brother, I will avenge you.
I will avenge your death. This like weird fart. We're like, that's supposed to be a joke, I assume.
something.
But the movie also
it's
is
definitely a
simultaneously
comedy
not a
because you
comedy.
see in the credits it says all fart noises are real.
Yeah. No, I didn't see that, but
It's written.
I can't read. Okay. That's fine. No. Like, that's what I mean, though, is like, I understand why it seems like a comedy, but I don't feel like there's any funny people involved of actually making a thing around.
Well, I'm not saying they're succeeding. I'm just saying the intent is clear to me that this is of a comedy design. Just the design was upside down, and it was actually for a grill.
All right, let's see. English side ruined. Must use French instructions. Le grill? What the hell is that?
The main character kind of looks like David Cross.
You're going to call me between noon and 4 to let me know what time you're coming later in the evening? What happened at noon?
With hair.
David Cross, if he's like hulking out a little bit, doesn't quite like finish. Yeah.
If it's not an emergency, then it's going to take longer? Okay, it's an emergency. Yeah, it's an emergency.
So, and again, it has to be a comedy. Like, there's a part with a plumber, and it's like any scene in a movie where a guy's working on a car, and it's like, what is he doing? I don't know. He's just doing, like, he's like wrenching and stuff to the side of the toilet, like where there's nothing that would ever.
And they're fucking talking, and they even lampshade it. He's like, I'm just tightening the things that I loosened. Your toilet is fine, sir. Like, what do you want from me? And like, never see his face and stuff. I imagine because that's the same guy who dies in the intro. I'm not sure.
I even joked in my head where I'm like, that's the same guy. He's talking to himself, like, because he's behind him. But then when I saw the later effects, I'm like, they can't do that.
They couldn't do that. There'd be a huge box around that guy.
Yeah.
We didn't really fully flesh out the effects, but it's like a flame effect.
Yeah.
Right on the toilet. And the first time you see it, you can't believe what you're looking at.
Yeah,
and
it's like green screen, download YouTube effect, key out, put on thing. Like, it is cloned a few times.
Well, yeah,
There's
later.
a few explosions.
Later they go all out, but like in the beginning it's just the one, and you're like, what am I looking at? And then you made a comment like they're not tracking it. It's just like a handheld shot.
Yeah, it's like not a lockdown
it's
tripod
like not
shot.
moving. Where again, like someone with a brain tumor, like if they tested it and said, "Yep, that's how we'll do it. That's our movie," then that person must have a brain tumor, right? You can just Google like, "Oh, my effects shot's not working," and like the first advice is like, get a tripod.
Put your camera on a stack of books.
Get a tripod. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you can't afford a tripod. Yes, stabilize the key. Like you can't do handheld and amateur effects until you get better at it.
Yes.
And then you start reintegrating fake camera shake, and then you finally learn about tracking motion and doing like a reel. But that takes, I don't know, months, and they did not have that kind of time.
I'm thinking by movie 4.
Maybe they're the masters of it. You're right. Okay.
Oh, it's called Brown Snakes on a Plane.
Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh my god!
I laughed at that one
because it's not even like I hope they're better. They have to be better, right? Because they're not even like we're talking about. Once we get to this finale, we have the exorcism going on. We have multiple clones of the fire effect.
Tell me your name. Speak to me!
And then just explosions, and it sounds like, you ever see like a video of like, I'm a DJ and here's me like making a song for you, and he's like hitting the sample, he just keeps hitting the button to like turning a knob and like dialing something in or whatever. It sounded like that. It sounded like it sounds like that, but with like an explosion noise. They're just pounding on it. It's like clipping into itself, and there's multiple explosion dot waves playing at the same second. It's like a nightmare. I had to turn it down. I was like, what are you doing? Why is this still happening? Everything's so orange and terrible.
It's fun to me because you're like, what must they have told the actors was going to be happening in that scene? Because the guy's reacting. There's explosions happening like in his face.
Yeah.
One's like reacting. One's not reacting. They're both in the same proximity.
Perform an exorcism, just like the movies. It's not like that. Mr. Baxter, it is not like that. There's nothing wrong with this toilet.
Literally in my notes, I wrote, like, a crime was committed. They told these two gentlemen, we're going to add it in post. It's going to be great. There's going to be like a jet of flame coming out of the toilet and like a glow of orange like energy and like fire. It's going to be like Ghostbusters. It's going to be amazing. And they're in there acting like, oh, the heat is too much. The power of Christ compels you. They're like trying to do their shit.
The power of his life compels me. Be God.
And it's just like, wow. They like they were not lied to, but a crime was committed. That is what I'm saying. This is bad.
It becomes even better if they lied to themselves and the actor, director, everyone is just in that. Everyone in the bathroom is the whole production.
Oh yeah.
Which is more than likely.
That's possible too.
Yeah.
I always, it's like a coin flip sometimes because you're like, well, you're not an actor, but that could mean anything. That could mean they just found a guy. We need a guy with a receding hairline to be the priest. What are we gonna do? Oh no, find a guy. Oh fuck, here's a guy. Right?
I knew to have very low expectations once you saw the toy gun where the orange tip wasn't even like painted black.
So good.
Yeah. How high could my hopes really carry?
Again, we're not privy to some secret knowledge. You can go, you can do on your own. You can figure out. Go to Hot Topic, buy a little thing of black, nail polish, and just do. Just you don't even have to know anything. You can just be like, well, this is orange. That's not okay, because I'm making a movie right now.
I saw Airheads. They all walked into Walmart. They got squirt guns. They spray painted them black. Done.
Listen, it's like a how-to manual for how to make a film, obviously. I felt the same way about the obvious Halloween costume size.
Oh my God, I blacked that out.
And that scene is again where they were like, well, this needs to be 7 times longer than it was, and he's not doing it fast enough. He's just a schlubby dude. So we have to like just like cut out 6 frames, Control C, Control V, just like fill the timeline with just a guy. It was like a Zoomer meme, like cutting of the movie.
But like,
in some
if they would have
places.
leaned a little harder into that, that would be like meme funny
That could
stuff.
be the thing,
but
yeah.
it fell just short of being funny and was just kind of a little sad.
It's a little sad.
A little sad.
That's yeah. I felt that several times because like you kept feeling them setting up for a new development. There's a priest here now. Oh, we're doing like the Exorcist exorcism, but it's a toilet. Like you keep thinking, oh, there's so much you could do. Oh no, they're not. We're not doing anything. The movie ends at one point. There's like an intermission. And then it comes back.
The intermission is crazy long for how long the movie is.
And yeah, it comes in like the 40-minute mark out of like 54 minutes.
And I'm like,
or something.
40 minutes is what you should be aiming at, because isn't like 42 an official feature length? Like,
I have no idea what happened, but when it comes back, we've just reset. Like it's like a cliffhanger. Like, has the priest died? And then when it cuts back, it's like, oh, he didn't. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no like thing. There's no like, oh, we're gonna change our tactics now. We've learned.
Yeah,
oh, it's too strong. I have to call the Vatican or whatever the fuck and do a 7-minute phone conversation with the Vatican because and like talks on the other line.
I talked to Charlie Brown's mom at the Vatican. Excuse me.
Good morning. Do you perform exorcisms on toilets? Hello? Hello?
Also, him not saying like, damn it, I'm a priest, not a plumber, like any of that stuff.
I wrote that down too because people, I don't know why, like that's not a good joke.
No, it's a bad joke, but it's a bad movie.
Well, yeah, but like it's an obvious joke and it fits, and so many bad movies or like new movies are forcing characters to say things that are eerily similar. It's an uncanny valley for me. You can't have someone say, "Gosh darn it, I am a plumber, I am not a doctor, or I am not a priest, or I am not this, I'm that," and they're like, wait, this was your opportunity to be like, God damn it, Jim, or whatever, and they go, why'd you call me Jim? Like you do like a weird, like you have to do something there.
You can call it out on a nose.
If not, just have the guy say, listen, I'm just the plumber. I don't know what you want from me here. It sounds like you need a priest. Just do that. Just have them say something natural and normal that isn't directly lampshading this thing you're not doing.
Yeah.
It just pisses me off.
Listen, buddy, I'm a plumber. I'm not a priest.
Weird slow-mo still frames, just...
Oh, which one?
Panning
Where it
and
zooms into him? Oh my god. That's when I was like, oh, I guess this is how it ends. And then it was not. It was the intermission, whatever, right? Another quote. So like, this is one where they do try to stick the landing when he says, this toilet is clean.
This toilet is clean.
Trying to do like the poltergeist
Yeah,
quote thing, and I'm like, that was awful. And then I'll go, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they shouldn't have tried to do anything else because they were gonna fuck it up like this.
Please, Lord, help me to release this demon.
Yeah.
This is your favorite film. I don't know why you're so.
I don't know. I think that
whatever
I
about
would,
it.
if I'm this guy and I make the movie, and they had pretty good like company credits, and I'm like,
Okay.
I think I would just write my company's name on a piece of paper and hold it up like this, because you set a certain expectation. When I
Nice.
see like crazy, 3D awesome computer rendered like credits, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, all right, who made this? Oh, okay, in conjunction with okay, all right, what do we got here? Oh, this actually must have cost you a bit of money to make it look so poor. Like,
And then yeah, like the first scene, like I think the background noise kicks in before.
Yeah.
And I'm not suggesting they have to ADR everything, but like there are things like you can't. If you're an adult, you can't be like, yep, that's a movie, I guess. That's just how they come out sometimes. There's no way to make it any better. You just have to
No.
get lucky. Just keep trying.
and you could just screw with color correction
Well-
for a while, and just eventually you'd get it.
Well, and that's why I am actually, I know I'm sounding like I'm not, but I am interested in these other movies just to see. I don't know if this was like their first thing. I think there's actually like a
didn't look 'em
suspiciously,
up.
I think it's a lot of credits, like too many for
I
this
think-
or whatever.
this was a
yeah.
while ago that I got these movies, so like
Yeah.
my memories are not exactly right. But I think this is a production company that has a number of titles in this vein, where you're like,
Yeah,
oh, crazy
exactly.
outlandish titles.
Well-
oh, I'm interested in this.
Yeah, and that's okay, because that's something where if you have zero money and zero like apparent talent, at least on display, you like you should be able to make up for that with just rapidly putting out material, right?
Yeah.
and just trying different stuff.
You can film
until
this in a day.
Yeah, like because this is the type of thing where if you just keep doing it, you might eventually collaborate with the right person. You might catch the eye of someone, and then you might be able to make like a real movie or something like that. But there is a point near the end where I began to get suspicious. I've done no research, but there was so much of that. You should go to church, and they're like praying and stuff. And then I had this flash where I'm like, "This
was made by the church?
Is this a Christian movie? Is this what's happening? Was someone religious, and that's why there's this big angle there?" But they don't even fully develop that. I forget, how does it actually end?
He dies.
Did your brain also? Yeah.
And a realtor is on the phone, ADR.
Oh, the long
saying
phone
like,
conversation.
"Oh yeah, I'll sell you this house. Oh, I think I heard something wrong with the toilet or something."
Yeah, full disclosure, the
That's
toilet's
only
a
like
little
$200. We'll get another
wonky or
guy out of here
something.
right away. All right, fuck off.
If I didn't at least mention that to you, getting a toilet replaced is not a very expensive or arduous task to take care of.
Right, the whole like, oh, it's still out there ending or whatever. Yeah. But like before that, where you see the guy die and you see the long off-camera phone call, yeah, there's like a really long, but then every scene is really long, so it just felt weird why that was in there. And I thought we might have a shot of it ending with like, "You must accept Jesus Christ" and all this stuff. And I'd be like, that would have made it amazing.
What are you going to do now? I'd like to invite you to come down to the church. Talk about some of the feelings you're having, some of the problems you've been having since the death of your brother.
Someone who's like, that's the problem, is all those Kirk Cameron movies are too corny. We gotta make some raw shit. We gotta get the kids in, right? We gotta do some wild shit.
by Joel Osteen.
Yeah. This just playing at like a mega church film festival. Oh my God. They'd be like, "This is the sickest thing I've ever seen." They'd be vomiting. Oh my God, I can't believe this.
Oh, eyeballs in the toilet.
That's not what they're supposed to be.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
If you want to support the show, head over to cannibalvideo.com, pick up some merch.
And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's something.
Whatever.
Fuck these motherfuckers.
What's going on here, toilet?
Cannibal Video has everything you need. A wide array of VHS and DVDs. We ate the competition, now it's only us. Our expert staff opinion